Hello and welcome to a wonderful edition of Lights On. I'm your host, Adugo Andrew. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can just type Lights On with Adugo, or you visit the Radio Club website on radio.orvo.com. Before we go into the topic for today, titled Turn Back Moments, I'm sure everyone have the different experiences to share and talk about their turn back moments. And that's the reason I'll be leaving the conversation open, so that we can talk to each other. And because of that, I'm hosting my today's episode with my friend Wendu.
Thank you, Ms. Adugo. My pleasure, and welcome everyone.
Now, considering the troubles, pains, and suffering going on in the world today, using our beloved country Nigeria as a case study, you find out that we are having lots of suicide cases, high death rates, poverty, hunger, suffering, anger, and bitterness. People are experiencing what I call the turn back moment. And what is this turn back moment? The turn back moment simply means a period or moment when you're chasing after a goal or dream and it's so hard you feel so frustrated, sad, tired, and depressed, and you're ready to just give up. Now, what could I explain as a turn back moment with certain examples? Now, a turn back moment could be the loss of a dear one, who might be your soulmate, spouse, or even the friend that encourages or motivates you. It could be a parent, a father or mother that's always there to guide you. And as a result of this, you feel so sad that you say to yourself, I can't cope, I can't go on without this person. Where do I start? Or have you been trying or chasing this dream or goal and it doesn't look like it's working out? Or you got disappointed at something after putting all your efforts and the result was not pleasing? Or are you that boy or girl from a family that everyone looks up to and yet things are not working out as planned? And all you want to do right now is give up. Having mentioned all these examples, what do you think?
Thank you, Ms. Adugo. Well, this turn back moment, it's a kind of stage in one's life that things don't really seems to be moving or going the way one wants. It's a stage whereby the person gets frustrated in his or her goals and things become so rough and so tight that all the person could ever think of is just to give up. But I want to let you know that the decisions that are being made during this turn back moment could either make or mar a person. So it's either you're making a decision that is going to better your future or you're trying to destroy it because of just a moment that came up or a situation that arose from nowhere. So at this point, you have to think about the goals, the achievements you really want to obtain.
I think I have a problem with you saying people should focus on their goals even when they have a problem, because that is what I understand. But then I want to ask you certain questions. I'll ask you a few questions that I know that the audience will want to ask you going forward. Now, if you wanted to achieve something, there's something you want. It's like a do or die affair for you. You just want that thing, whether or whether not. Okay? And your parents will buy that for you. Your mom won't buy, your dad won't buy. Not even your siblings will buy for you. Now, and somebody walks up to you and tells you, how do you want to go about this thing?
Okay, actually, I'll need the person to kind of show me a place where I can
show you a place where you can do what? Get it, but you can't afford it.
What I mean by that is, since I don't have people who can give it to me, and this person feels like I can still get this thing, I would want this person to direct me.
Okay, show you how you can get it.
Yes.
Teach you how you can get it.
Yes, or
now,
take me to someone who can assist me to get it.
Okay, now you see where my argument with you is quite strong, because you can't just tell people you have a problem. So therefore, think about the future. Think about how good it's going to be.
I think I get your question. You're actually trying to say, how would anyone focus on their goals if their support system is broken?
Yeah, exactly.
For me, coming from a personal experience, I remember losing my dad and I didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to go to work. I didn't want to think of the future. I was just depressed. And then I sat one day in my dad's room. I'm like, if this man was around, is this how he's going to see me living my life? I'm like, for crying out loud, whether he's there or not, I should be able to just pull myself together and move on. That is what he would want. And that is what I should want, because these goals have to deal with belongs to me and it's dealing with me alone. So, but the only issue here is that I don't have that person to say, keep going. But at the end of the day, do I want to be stuck at a place forever? No, everybody wants to move forward. Nobody wants to sit at a place forever. Or don't want to be at a particular level forever. I want to move forward, and that is what my support system would want for me, whether he's there or not. So I just had to dust myself up and say to myself, hey, I know my old man is no longer here, but for crying out loud, I just have to move forward.
Okay, being able to understand it perfectly, you going forward despite anything. I would still want to be on the other side of the fence, because right now I'm not even sure what I understand or what I want to do, because I'm not the type that likes to listen to motivational speakers. This sounds more like keep going, things are going to be better, when there's frankly nothing is getting better.
Seriously, you're saying you don't want to listen to motivational speakers, you don't like motivational speakers, and from my own point of view too, I'm very sure you don't like being stuck at a particular place.
Well, if you say that being stuck at a particular place, just like our friend said here, she said, if I can't get it from people whom I felt are able to give it to me, for people who the future has just made it ugly, they didn't decide what's going to happen, things just went down the way they went down, and they have to now keep going. Now the question is, who is going to take you there, who's going to teach you how to get it? That becomes a question mark. But when someone comes to tell you, oh, you have to keep going forward, oh, things have happened behind you, oh, it has to beware with OET and all of that, and nobody's telling you exactly how you're going to get it and how you're going to dust yourself up and move forward and tell you, focus on the goal. I don't think that's ideal for anybody.
I get what you're saying, but the truth of the matter is, you're stuck at a place and you don't like motivational speakers, and you don't just want to hear the keep pushing, keep moving forward.
You keep reminding me of the fact that I'm stuck in a place. People are stuck in particular places at a particular point in time. They can't move forward. Now, the only thing you can tell someone who's stuck in the mud is how to get out of the mud. Not get out of the mud. You can't be shouting from the fence, get out, without having to throw the rope.
That is what I'm saying. You have to figure it out on your own.
So how about you're stuck in the mud and the people you expect to throw the rope for you, they're no longer there?
So what of those that didn't have anybody from the beginning?
Well, you're just going to keep swimming because someone has to tell you. Someone needs to throw it.
You have to figure it out by yourself. You have to make that decision that you want to leave that mud. That's what it is for me.
If we have to go there, really, we're not going to end this conversation, because I don't believe that people can just wake up on their own and achieve a goal without a support system.
Now, let me take you to some place. Now, looking at Nigeria as a whole, and you find out there are some people from the worst of the backgrounds. When I mean worst of the backgrounds, they are from homes that they can't even afford a meal for a day. They don't even know where the next one is going to come, or they don't even know that maybe, okay, fine, we're going to even get to see light today. Are you trying to say because of that they should wait for one motivational speaker somewhere to come and tell them, hey, keep pushing? They make the decision on their own. They've said to themselves, come on, we have the likes of Daddy Shoki, we have the likes of Pato Ranking. They made the decision themselves that, come, I'm going to change my situation. I don't think I'm happy here. I'm going to make sure I put in every effort. I don't need anybody to advise me. I'm going to advise myself. Because the truth of the matter is, you're the one with the goal, not the next person.
Well, if you say you're the one with a goal, you're the one to achieve. Let's start from example. Some people didn't go to school because apparently they lost the system that was supposed to train them. Now, if we try to put it on a broader picture, people achieve their dreams where a system carries them despite their problems. Now, you cannot be on the back of you fall short of your support system, you don't have a support anymore to go forward, good or bad. You have to keep going, right? You have to keep pushing.
Sure.
But then, I don't want to agree that somebody needs to tell you, keep pushing, without having to show you the destination at which the lever is going. Get my point. Get my point, because we're going somewhere right now. Someone needs to show you this is where it's going to be. So if you tell people that, say, find the next person to help you achieve it, I would support that. But someone tells you, go forward despite anything, I would ask you how, which destination?
Okay, let me bring it back to myself, because I've shared my own personal experience. Well, in the course of that moment, I actually noted down 5 things I actually worked with that really took me to that particular place. The first pillar, I call them the 5 pillars, and that's what I live by. The first pillar is actually holding on to my zero. That's my goal, my dreams, my aspiration. Like, see, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm not going to let it go. And the second one is I actually held on to my faith. The truth of the matter is, everyone believes in something. We're either Christians or Muslims or whatever religion, you're Buddhist, and you actually have to hold on to your faith. Then thirdly, I held on to my relationship. As the favorite saying goes, no man is an island. But it's just that during that period, you have to actually live carefully. You have to actually identify the place of men in your life. Because there's some people at that moment that can actually take you forward, or they can take you backward, or they're just there to encourage you or just to discourage you, to keep saying, hey, don't go, just stay there, no, try something else. No, I held on to my zeal, I held on to my faith, I held on to my relationship, and hey, I prayed. It got to a stage when I couldn't even think of anything on how to even move forward or even try to get myself to this particular spot. So I had to pray to my Father in heaven, and I said, God, I can't do this on my own. I had to try, I had to pray, and I had to hold on to God. And if there's one thing that I know moving forward is you don't live by people's opinions.
Being able to come back to what your conversation was earlier, being the turn back moment. The only thing I can agree from all this conversation, from all the argument, and from all the talk going forward is that I don't think at any point should anybody think of actually committing suicide, because that is one of the points that come in when you're having these issues with your turn back moment. You have that particular highlight, commit suicide, end everything, that's it. But then, because I'm arguing that you have to be told how to move forward rather than somebody just tell you keep going without having to point the destination for you, I have that argument. I won't let it go. But then I would not tell someone and say keep putting yourself in that particular place. Always think about it all the time. You're going to frustrate your organs, your thinking, your mindset, mess everything up. As a matter of fact, some people, the effect of their turnbacks end up making them go into things that they're going to regret. Some people are into things right now that they cannot come back from, not because they like it, but because their thoughts have actually taken them there. They are being unstable as regards to what has happened to them has taken them there.
Okay, let me cut you off there. It's like an actor or a scriptwriter or a producer. You keep going to all these movie production companies or houses, movie houses, and you keep giving them your script, or there's an opening and they say, okay, why not come in, send in your video, send them one or two things, and at the end of the day, you're told no. So are you saying because you're told no, you won't go to the next one? No, you keep trying. But the only thing is, if you get to know the reason why they told you no, fine, that's a plus. Then you can go back and actually re-strategize. But if you don't get to find the reason, you have to find that reason on your own. That's why I said it's a personal stuff. Nobody's going to tell you how to live your life. It's your goal, it's your dream. But the only thing you get to do is to look for better ways to actually live that dream. But one thing I'm saying today is don't give up. That could just be the wilderness you need to pass to get to the next level. Look at the likes of Abraham Lincoln. Contested for a senatorial seat several times. At the end of the day, he became the president of the United States of America. So what are we saying?
You're going too far, Buhari.
No. We are not going. Okay, come, let's go back home. That's true.
Yeah, Buhari
he
tried
lost
it
the election
several times.
and he tried several times, and he came. And today, that's the man of the moment.
But you know the difference.
What's the
We're
difference?
going too far. We're actually leaving the people who are not even able to see the seat, but not talk of testing for an
It
election.
doesn't matter what your goals are.
No, let's stop using the big highlights, the big people. Okay, let's talk about the guy who went to do a job somewhere just to get something to eat, and they told him, "Oh, the job is
Every
not good
big
enough."
person
for
you
him.
see there today has a story and has a turn back moment. You said we should not call the big names. What about Bill Gates? He dropped out of school. Steve Jobs. Those were guys from just one normal, or would I say abnormal family that turned out great.
But then, what we have to find out now and tell people is how they actually picked themselves up and kept going, because I'm not sure that they sat down at home and just turned on their speakers and heard some people telling them go forward, and it happened.
That is what I'm saying, that you have to find the light yourself. You
Good.
have to find it within. It
Now
has
you're-
to be you.
Now you're talking.
It has to be you. The reason why we're having this conversation is that most people feel things are going to be handed over to them when they get to that difficult moment. You know, somebody should talk to me. This motivational speaker said I should keep pushing. But the truth of the matter, all they can do is talk. And that is why I said you have to identify the place of men in your destiny. But the work is up to you. You have to make up your mind and say, hey, I'm not going to let this pull me back. I have to achieve my dreams. I have to achieve my goals. Nobody got to the top by just sitting down at home and saying, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to try again. No. That's what I'm saying. That's the pushing part I'm talking about. I'm not sounding like a motivational speaker now. I'm just saying, don't give up.
Anyway,
Don't give up.
give up.
And truly speaking, the only thing you have for now is hope. Wisdom defines the future of every man or woman, but hope is the only anchor for life. Tomorrow will be better. And that's the only thing I know that has kept Nigerians. They always feel tomorrow will be better. It go better. That's the slang.
Ego better. My own point. See, I get you 100%. I understand when you say don't allow your situation drag you back. Don't allow the turn back moment hit you so hard that you don't even know what to do next. Don't mess yourself up. Don't kill yourself.
Sure.
Keep going. You told stories about big people in the world who actually had to drop off from school, or some of them who didn't even try at all, and all of that. Some of them were cattle rearers, like the ones we know. I'm not going to mention names. But then it's also imperative that you let people know that it's not about paying tickets to go and listen to people tell you what to do. It's more than that. And again, it's way beyond trying to select where you want to be at a particular point, because that's the trouble that comes up when you don't have a system that supports you going forward. So I would buy it. I would buy the conversation, and I would buy the advice, and I would actually pay a ticket to come and sit where you are and have you lecture me about how not to give up. But then I would also be able to share in a very on broad daylight that it's not enough to put yourself so down that you don't have anything in mind to move forward.
Exactly.
That's the only.
You just have to find the light within.
Yeah,
And that's what the program is about.
And you move your head and
The
shake
light
your head
has to
like
be
that's
on.
the way it works.
The light doesn't need to go off. It's about lights on, and the light has to be on. Okay, until we come your way again, I think Wendell has something to say before we go. Wendell, any last words?
Okay, during this turn back moment, I just want us to understand that it's not really what happened around us that matters, it's what happens in you. So the situation can come around you, but what happened? Did it change your plan? Did it change your motive? Did it change your goals? So if your goals still remain what you want to achieve, chase it, get it, and live that life you want to live. Thank you very much.
I'm going to pay for it. I'm not going to pay tickets for your own show. I'm going to pay for
I was about saying that I'm going to actually pay a ticket to go.
when should we give you a show? Because we need to put out something, because it's not ended. It's going to be something that we have to start digging out people who are actually having trouble. So how much is the ticket?
When you just come, you can come later. I can give you some
No, you can
tips,
say, you don't have to say it now. The ticket has to be very affordable so that some of us can pay for
We'll
10
get back to
people.
you. Okay, CS Radio Apprentice, any last words?
My last words are please don't let our motivational speech make you think that it's quite easy. You have to sit at home and eat crackers and think about your troubles and cry and things are going to get better. The rest of us are not going to look for you. If things happen to you and your support system goes down, or you have anything that's attributing to your turn back moment, maybe you should consider making a move. Leave the house, call people, talk to people, visit people. Just a way to create an opportunity for yourself. It has to be an opportunity. There has to be one.
Okay, until I come your way again, I remain your host, Adugo Andrew. And don't forget, always let your light shine before others. Thank you.